Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar. We're going to speak today about what is a startup and the new law that was recently passed in January this year for startup founders in Spain that facilitates the path for persons to obtain residency in Spain. But first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Adriana Maria Barba. I'm a dual degree lawyer. I graduated law school both in the United States and Spain, and I'm licensed to practice law in both countries. With my partner, Manuel Vázquez, we are both founders of Vázquez and Barba International Legal Consultants. We are a law firm based in Spain, but we have branches and collaborators worldwide. Part of the reason why I enjoy giving this webinar so much is because Vázquez and Barba started as a startup. And luckily now there are benefits and residency benefits and tax benefits for the founders of startups in Spain. Benefits that unfortunately for me were not available when I founded Vázquez and Barba, but that I'm very glad that the path for founders or startups in Spain is becoming easier. Vázquez and Barba has been recognized as one of the new best startups in Spain in the legal area by the most reputable economic newspaper in Spain. And also, I am specialized in international taxation. So we will be able to provide you with integral services for the creation of your startup in Spain, or even if it is the creation of a branch of your company that you already have in your home country that you want to create as a startup in Spain. We are going to be here for approximately 20 minutes more. So I encourage you to send us your questions. We are live streaming in several social media platforms to send us your questions, so I make sure to personally respond to your questions live while we are on the webinar. But if you want to schedule a consultation because you don't want to ask your question live, we will be happy to provide you with a consultation if you send us an email at info@bvilc.com, which is the same email from which you receive the invitation for this webinar. So we're super excited about this law. We have already served several clients that have founded startups in Spain from this year on. That gives them additional benefits apart from the ones that were already present according to the law for the internationalization of entrepreneurs. Now this new law allows them additional benefits, including, which is something that pertains us, the facilitation of the path to obtain residency in Spain that can later become citizenship for if you decide to move here permanently, and that is even easier for persons who are either Sephardic or nationals of countries that were former territories of Spain. But I'll explain that at the end. This law gives a series of tax incentives, favorable regulations, and it eliminates bureaucratic obstacles and makes the process of creating a company in Spain more flexible. Prior to this law, the process of creating a company in Spain by an international founder was a process that used to take months and in some cases even a year. So the intention of this law is to make the path for persons who want to establish their startup in Spain easier, and we have already proven that in fact it's working, that the companies are being created faster, and also that persons that want to become residents in Spain because of founding a startup in Europe obtain their residency in a more efficient way. So what is a startup, which is the topic of this webinar, and that will allow you the benefits of this law? It's a newly created company that has an annual turnover of less than 5 million euros. It's a company that has been created in less than 5 years, and in the cases of biotechnology, energy, or renewable energies or new technologies, the law allows for companies that have been created for over 5 years, up to 7 years. For a company to be considered a startup, it has to have an innovative character, and it has to have a technological base that has created a market that did not exist before, which basically means that it's innovative in nature, is that is not listed in the stock and exchange market and does not distribute dividends, and that attracts foreign investment and foreign talent. As you can see from this list, some of those criteria are very clear and objective, but it is part of our job to convince the person to which we present the application that the company that you have created is in fact a startup, and it will be part of our guidance to help you establish your company so it complies with these requisites. So what are the tax advantages of creating a startup in Spain under this law? The law reduces the corporate tax from 25 to 15%, which is a significant reduction, for a maximum of 4 years, as long as the company is still considered a startup. Corporate income tax is the main tax rate paid by companies in Spain once that expenses are subtracted from the income generated during the year. On the other hand, the other important tax benefit is that it will allow you the deferral of tax debts for the first 2 years with a positive result and without interest, which allows you to establish your company, to have like a 2-year break to establish your company as a strong company in Spain. In addition, when the founder of the company is a person who's a foreigner, you will have access to the non-resident tax, meaning that you will pay only 24% income instead of the progressive tax that can reach up to 50%. I know that the fiscal implications of creating a company sometimes can create doubts. So, and they may vary depending on your particular situation. So I encourage you, if you are interested in creating a company in Spain, to schedule a consultation, sending us an email at info@bbilc.com. I will personally take care of that phone call, so you will be speaking with me, and not only for the initial phone call, but throughout the process of creating your company in Spain, obtaining your residence card, and as we maintain your company in Spain, because we also have a team of accountants that can assist you with the maintenance of your company in Spain. And when the time comes, to renew your resident card. So as you can see, creating startups has become the law made that it is a much easier process than it used to be, and it gives the founders and the companies themselves significant tax advantages. So what is the additional benefit of creating a startup in Spain once you are a person that is not a citizen of the European Union or a person who's not a Spanish citizen? You will be able to apply for a digital nomad visa or a visa for a remote worker. This digital nomad visa also came into effect just this year and is a fantastic way to obtain European residency once the other options to obtain European residency, which our law firm is also an expert on obtaining, do not apply to you. Just to mention them, you will find webinars on each one of these topics on our YouTube channel. And again, you can also send us an email to schedule a consultation regarding the other topics. Our residency by investment, that you can invest €500,000 in real estate in order to obtain your resident card, or €1 million in stocks and bonds that trade in the Spanish market, or €2 million in acquiring a Spanish public debt. You can also obtain residency by applying through a non-lucrative visa, meaning that you already have sufficient funds to prove that you have consistent income in Spain, consistent income in your home country, and that allows you to live in Spain without working. And there are other options for if you're a highly qualified professional. You can also obtain a resident card to live in Spain. And this is now the option that we're speaking about today, the option to obtain a resident card by creating a new company in Spain, meaning a startup. And this visa is now known as the digital nomad visa, or the visa for remote workers. So the digital nomad is considered a person that has either created a startup or is an employee of a company that is not based in Spain, that earns approximately €2,500 a month, and that is able to prove, with the help of the company that he or she works for, that his position can be completed on the task on his or her position can be completed fully remotely. The relationship with the company has to be for more than 1 year, and the company has to be created for over 3 months. If you fulfill all these requisites, whether the company is created by you, whether if you're the founder of a startup or whether you are the employee of a company, then you can apply for a digital nomad resident card. And there are 2 ways to apply for that resident card. You can either apply in your home country through the Spanish consulate in your home country, and then you will be given a residence permit for 1 year. Or you can come to Spain with all the documents ready after having hired us, and that we have given you all the advice necessary to come with all your documents ready, because once you enter in Spain, you have only 90 days to complete the full process. So it is important that you have all the documentation ready and reviewed by a professional such as our law firm. And once you come into Spain and apply during the legal time frame, your resident card will be approved for over 1 year. And then you will be able to renew that residence card as long as you maintain the relationship with the company, meaning that you continue to be either the founder or of a startup or the employee of a company that has certified that your position can be fully completed in Spain. A very important topic that has to be taken into account in order for these processes to be successful is that the company that you create in Spain cannot have more than 30% of their business originated in Spain. Part of the objective of this law is the internationalization of the Spanish market and of the startup ecosystem in Spain. So it is important that you consider that all your invoicing cannot be done in Spain, but only a maximum of 20% of the income that you receive can be generated in Spain. So let me review to see the different outlets that we have to see if we have any questions regarding this topic. It seems that, thank you so much for your comments. It seems that everything is clear from all the outlets I have on my screen. So allow me to encourage you to choose Spain if you're thinking of creating your startup in order to obtain a residence card. Allow me to encourage you to choose Spain. This new law allows for fantastic fiscal benefits, such as the reduction of 10 percentile points on your taxes and the deferment of taxes for 2 years. And additionally, Spain, which, as you know, is a country situated in the southwest part of Europe, is regarded one of the most popular destinations to visit and also to live. It is a vibrant country with majestic landscapes and an excellent quality of life. It's one of the most important economies in Europe and is a full member of the European Union and the Eurozone. This means that when you base your startup in Spain, is not only the gateway for you and your life to become a resident of this fantastic country, but also is the gateway for your product or service that you offer through your startup to the whole of Europe. I myself have lived in Latin America, in the United States, and in Europe, and I decided to establish myself and the main office of my company here in Spain. And I've been here for 12 years, and I don't regret my decision one day. It is definitely, and according to my opinion, as I mentioned to you, I've been here 12 years, one of the best places to live in the world, and the quality of life makes a fantastic difference in terms of productivity for yourself and for your company. I have been very happy with my life here in Spain and our company, as I mentioned to you before, that I put all the recognitions that we have received at your service. We have been very successful here, and I want to facilitate the path for the persons who have the curiosity to live in Spain and to make a life here, to make that path easier for them, because I have experienced that path myself, and I know that the results are fantastic. So I want to make those results achievable for you. So, seeing that there are no questions, allow me to thank you for participating on this webinar. I will be very attentive to your comments and inquiries, and also to receive your emails to see if you want to set up a further consultation so we can discuss your case in more detail. And as I said, that phone call will be with me personally. And throughout your case, you will also be dealing with me. I'm the managing partner of Vasquez and Barba International Legal Consultants, and in my own name and on behalf of our whole team, I thank you for your interest in our service. And if you were not able to join this webinar live, you are probably seeing it now on YouTube. I encourage you to leave us comments and to subscribe, because we have a new webinar every Tuesday regarding a topic about investing and making a life in Spain that I'm sure will be of your interest. I look forward to get to know you personally soon, and I will stay attentive to your comments and email. I will see you next Tuesday.